Black beard algae. This is the most difficult algae to deal with, and sometimes the root cause is unknown. It can grow even in a very stable lush planted tank for unknown reasons. But many articles suggest that it might be because of sudden fluctuations in CO2 levels, and these algae usually grow in hardscapes with strong water flow. Only Siamese algae eaters can eat red and black types of algae including BBA. That's why it is very beneficial to have at least one say in your planted tank. Brown algae. Diatom is one of the most common types of algae. Silicate and ammonia are their main food. This algae usually appears in a newly planted tank. An old tank with low-level lighting and heavy water column fertilization, a non-CO2 aquarium, and a tank with a high level of ammonia and silicate. Reducing your light intensity will make this algae bloom even more, as this type of algae can survive without light. This algae is a natural response of a planted aquarium to rebalance what is unbalanced in your tank. Diatom is very easy to remove and will disappear on its own once the root cause is solved. Green water. Almost every algae is caused by ammonia spikes. Green water is one of them. This algae is difficult to solve. It is usually triggered by some kind of water quality problem. Strong filtration might help, but using a UV filter can be very helpful to fix this problem very quickly. But the key to preventing this is to avoid ammonia spikes from the very start. Green beard algae. It can be difficult to remove mechanically, as it attaches strongly to surfaces. The threads are slimy and weak. It is a typical algae of fish tanks without plants. But it does not necessarily indicate bad water quality. In planted tanks it is indicated that the lighting period is too long, reduce it to 8 hours, or CO2 levels are too low. Or there is not enough nitrate in the water. Green dust algae. Many aquarists think that GDA is always caused by too much light and too much water column nutrients, but it's not the cause. Reducing your light intensity and minimizing your dosage routine won't solve this problem, it will just make things worse. The best way to fight these algae is to use healthy plants. Manually remove algae and increase nutrients according to your plant's needs, if you have strong light. County 2 is the best to totally eliminate these algae. Green fuzz algae. All thread algae are indicators of low or fluctuating CO2. The green fuzz algae is a thread algae that grows thin threads of just a couple of millimeters on plant leaves. It is an indicator that your plants are suffering from extreme deficiency. It might be caused by hard water parameters, or just a nutrient and CO2 deficiency. Green spot algae. Many aquarists said that GSA on the plants is caused by too much lighting, but it's just a myth. Strong lighting can only cause GSA when phosphate and CO2 levels dropped too low during the photoperiod. Therefore, if your tank has enough CO2 and phosphate levels available for your plants to consume, strong light is not a problem. It is commonly found on slow grower plants' old leaves.